Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Softrant with Amma. Yes, like this is the introduction to Softrant with Amma. Think of this as your crash course into what this podcast is really about and why you should totally stick around. I mean, why not? But first thing first, can we just talk about procrastination for like a second? Because if there was a PhD in procrastination, let me tell you this, I'll be a full professor. Because I have been meaning to start the podcast for like the longest. I mean, when I talk about the longest, I mean the longest. But for some reason, I can't just explain why I haven't started. I think I know why. I was waiting for this grand moment. You know, there is something in your head that you want everything to be soft and chill. You know, your light, your camera, everything is on point. Okay, so spoiler alert, as you know, that moment never came. I never had the grand ambience where everything is just going to fall into places for me. But you know what? We're here now. So that's what matters. Okay, so this is just me telling somebody out there that you just have to start, no matter how little it is, because this is me coming out of my shell and taking that bold moment. Okay, so back to business. Now, let me tell you what this podcast is not. It is not a space where you just scream into the void or complain for no reason. No. This is where the real conversation happens. You know that kind of conversation you have in your head when no one is around, or when you're with your best friend at 2 a.m. You know the kind of rant you start with, I'm not even mad though, and end it with, okay, maybe I'm mad, and there is why. Whether it's personal stuff like relationships, I mean, everybody talks about relationships these days, identity, mental health, burnout, family expectations, or the argument you have with your colleague or your neighbor or whatever it is, or even communal things like societal pressure, cultural norms, social injustice. I mean, what's trending, what is happening, or things that no one even thinks about. Even organization drama, which I really like so much, like fake professionalism, hustle culture, or your manager who micromanage your soul. This podcast is all for it. Because let's be honest, everyone rants about something, knowingly or unknowingly, and sometimes all we need is a space to just loud it out. And that is what Softrant with Amma is. It is a space for me, yes, to share my thoughts, my stories, my soft rants, and most importantly, it's a safe space for you, my lovely listeners. You've got something to say, you've got something to say off your chest, maybe something you want the world to just hear, or even just one person who gets it. Well, this is your space too. And don't worry, it isn't all deep and heavy. Oh no, we mix it up here. It's important, but also fun. It's witty, it's playful, sarcastic, soft, chaotic, whatever the mood call for it. Because life isn't one note, and neither is our rant. You should also listen to this podcast because your rant is my rant. Everything affects everybody, no matter where we are. Even the person in the US or someone in the UK or Canada or even in India might be going through what exactly you're going to. So don't think that I'm the only one that has this rant. Someone might be out there waiting for a platform or waiting for that same opportunity. Maybe there's someone out there who is also experiencing what you're experiencing. This podcast is the one. You should listen to this podcast because, I mean, everybody's angry. Let's just be factual. Everybody's literally angry. Like I said, your rant is my rant. So how can you be part of it? I'm glad you asked. You definitely did not ask. I just said that out. Okay, so if you ever want to rant, share your story, respond to an episode, or just say, hey, Amma, this thing really annoyed me today. You absolutely can. Just go on Instagram. You can go on YouTube. You can even send me an email. On Instagram, also on YouTube is Softrant with Amma. You can send an email to softrantwithama@gmail.com. Seriously, I really want to hear from you. You can send a voice note. You can send full paragraph, anonymous messages, whatever works for you. This podcast is for us. Your rant is my rant. And what should you expect from Softrant with Amma going forward? Well, you can expect solo episode where I just go off. Soft, of course. You'll also hear guest episode with people who have something to say later on. Whether they're experts, I know we'll get there someday, creative, activists, or just regular people with real story. I'm really, really keeping my finger crossed on that, and I hope that we get there soon. We'll talk about trends, spill tea, unpack real life situation, and maybe even drag ourselves a little because accountability. Yeah, we do that too. Don't worry, we'll laugh along the way, sometimes through the pain, sometimes just because life is ridiculous. This podcast means a lot to me. It's more than a mic or some words or some, voice you're listening to. It's a platform, it's a connection, it's a space where voices matter, not because they are loud, but because they are really true. So if you ever feel like you have something to say but no one to say it to, this is for you. So please follow, like, share, subscribe. We are on Spotify, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, and more platforms to come. Every listen, every follow, every share helps this community to grow. And trust me, we are just getting started. So thank you for being there. Thank you for listening. Welcome to the Softrant with Amma family. Like I said, it's just an introductory episode of what Softrant with Amma is. So catch you on the next episode. I remember, big rants, soft landings. Bye for now. Ciao.